Hey YTPC, thanks for tuning into the Blue Line Pipe. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Coming at you today from my garage workshop. I'm just doing a little tinkering. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Getting through this whole quarantine and COVID, and I don't want to dwell on it. I'm kind of sick of hearing about it too. All the negativity and people taking advantage of each other. But I always like to look at the positive side of things too. I think that there are some positive things that I've gained personally from this whole thing. One of which being, I don't feel that I'm as wasteful with food. And not that we can't get groceries, but I'm just trying to limit my trips to the grocery store. I like to cook on the weekends, either throw some meat in the smoker or make a big batch of chili or chicken fricassee or whatever. And it seems like in the past, I would make something on a Sunday. We would eat it throughout the week, and by the end of the week, if there was any left, we'd throw it out. So now it seems like I'm keeping that in mind and portioning things out and freezing some to have for a later time. This has definitely brought my family and I closer together. We have family game nights, we watch movies, we definitely communicate a lot more and a lot better, especially between my son and I. What 17-year-old kid gets along with his father all the time? But I think our relationship has definitely improved, and our communication has definitely improved since this whole thing. It's kind of spurred me to want to do good things for people. I mean, not that I always didn't want to, but even the little things, and I think that's kind of the same, how do I put it? The same general feeling throughout the YTPC. Over the past month and a half, I have gotten a couple packages that were totally unexpected, and people just wanting to say thank you, and I'm humbled. I really am. I mentioned in my last video, Todd Blessing and Paladin Piper both sent me packages. Nothing huge, a couple tins or a pouch of tobacco with some samples, but it was the thought that counts. Nelly Catalano and I did a trade. I actually have started making wedding bands. This one here is made out of a whiskey barrel stave. And I'm just trying to abuse this thing to see how much abuse it'll take. So it's not that pretty anymore, but it does polish up nice. But anyway, I made Nelly a pair of wedding band for her and her wife. And, she wanted to pay me for them, but I don't know what to charge. So I said, listen, I'll send them to you. Once you get them in, I'll take a trade. You just send me what you think they're worth. And I really think that I made out in this deal. I felt almost bad. I felt almost guilty. But she's loving them, and they look great on you, Nelly and Kim. I recently won a giveaway from Dan the Giant Slayer and Mike, and they even threw some extras in there. I wasn't expecting anything more than what they said, and they actually ended up throwing a 4-year-old pouch of Amphora in there, which I've smoked, and by the way, it's really good. My buddy LaDon Mott, we talk on House Party quite a bit. You guys may have seen this pipe in the past, my Lorenzo Alba. I'm assuming it's from about the 1970s. Got a cool backstory on it. But LaDon saw me smoking this pipe, and he said, well, I got one just like it, and I want to send it to you. So this is a Lorenzo Ascona, and I was blown away. I'm like, well, you know, why do I deserve this? But I mean, if you look at the pipes in comparison, same rustication, obviously different shape, but the stems are almost identical. And you know, I'll cherish it. It was a gift from a good friend, you know. And then just the other day, I come home from work and there's another package in the mail. What the heck? And this one was from Out Smoking Rauscher. Sorry about that, David. And the package was pretty good size. And when I lifted it up, I was like, what did he send me, bricks? And what David sent me was a repurposed craft that he made, and it's an ashtray and a pipe rest. It's got holes for your tampers on the side. It's got the blue line flag right there. I was blown away, absolutely blown away. And he, such a nice bro note. I mean, you know, it kind of choked me up reading it. Besides that, he also threw in a tin of Red Ribbon from 2012. And just because. I don't know what I've done to deserve this generosity. I really don't. But thank you, everybody. I am just as happy just communicating with you guys. I don't need gifts, but I mean, they're definitely greatly appreciated. So with all these gifts and generosity, I mentioned in my last video that I may start doing some new stuff. I've got some ideas for new content. And I think I'm gonna start today. I think I'm gonna take my new pipe from Ladon and I'm gonna do a first impressions and tin opening. But before I do that, I just wanna talk about a couple ideas I have, and I'd love your opinions on them. As you guys know, I'm usually smoking a pipe, but I don't do much pipe related content as far as reviews or anything like that. I've only been smoking a pipe about 2 years. I don't think that my palate is, actually I can't say that. A while ago I didn't think that my palate was advanced enough to do an accurate review. I think I'm getting there. I'm realizing what I like and I don't like, and I'm picking up different flavors now that I didn't before. So I think I'm gonna start doing some more reviews. You guys know I do a lot of other things. I've got a million hobbies, not enough time for them all. I got into some pipe restorations. This was the first pipe that I restored. This is a GBD Prince. Even though I reamed it out and I sanitized it, did an alcohol salt treatment, it still smells like cherry, so this is my cherry tobacco pipe. Recently, my mother was cleaning out her house and found some of my stepdad's old pipes. My stepdad passed in 2013. And I didn't smoke a pipe back then, so she gave his other pipes to one of his Amish buddies. And I'm glad that they're, you know, with a friend, but she found a few more. And go ahead and check out the video of the before and after. So, quite a difference there. I don't even know if I'm gonna smoke it. It was my stepdad's. I don't even know when he got it. I don't ever remember him smoking that pipe. Here it is right here. I can't even identify it. There is a faint stamping on the side. I can read the letter E, probably in the last part of the name, and then I can read the last couple letters of the word briar below that. This red, white, and blue stem band is kind of unique, and I wonder if that might. So if anybody can identify this, let me know. Leave a message in the comments below. I might just put it on my dresser. I've got some other pipes up there, and a picture of my grandparents and stuff like that. I kind of have a little display on my dresser. I might just put it there. I don't know. We'll see. So I've got a humble pipe collection. I might do some pipe-related videos showing you my pipe collection. I've collected a lot of pipes now that each one has a different story. Like this one here, this one here. So I might break up the collection and maybe do some pipe videos and maybe show you some of my tampers. I have quite a few tampers now that came from different people and have different stories behind them. Definitely going to be still doing some bee videos. Even though our bees didn't make it through the winter, we are going to replenish some of the hives back there. Been working on some wood projects and some, obviously with the rings and the cigar rests that I've been making. Been working on some metal projects. Hold on, I'll turn you around and show you my latest. So here's my latest project here that I'm working on. I took some railroad spikes. I think that's like a railroad tie down and an old gear that I have laying around. Making that for my wife for Mother's Day. You guys may have remembered that from my last video, or one of my videos on my metalworking projects, that I made a copper rose, and that was her Mother's Day gift from last year. So I'll definitely be doing some more woodworking projects. Like I said earlier, I'm going to start doing some first impression videos, tobacco videos, tin openings. I think I'm going to do my first one on this today. Another thing that I'm getting into is making mead out of my honey. I still have a little honey left from last year. I've made mead, not by myself, but with my friend who is a pretty accomplished home brewer. But I think I'm going to try my first batch this weekend by myself. Everything's coming in the mail, the yeast nutrients, the energizer. So we'll see where that goes. Maybe I'll video it, maybe I won't. But I do have some ideas too on some pairing videos. One of my favorite blends from the Cornell and Deal small batch series is the Sun Bear. And as you may or may not know, that has honey in it from the head blender's personal hives. So I thought it might be kind of cool to do a pairing video with my mead from my honey and that tobacco with the honey from his hives. Anyway, let me know what you think. Gonna be doing some more hot sauce soon. Getting warmer out now. We'll start planting our plants and maybe hitting some farmers markets if and when they open back up. Getting some peppers and doing some hot sauces. So let me know what you think about those ideas and maybe other ideas that you might like to see. Last thing before I get into this tin opening, is my giveaway is coming up, my anniversary giveaway, or otherwise known as my Pay It Forward. If you haven't seen my anniversary giveaway video, go back, it's 2 or 3 videos back. I did mention that I was going to be doing the drawing on May 10th. That was before I realized that Mother's Day is May 10th. My wife will be getting 100% of my attention on Mother's Day, so I will not be doing the drawing. I will close the giveaway on the 10th, and I'll do the drawing somewhere thereafter, maybe a day or 2 after, if I can, if my work schedule allows it. I haven't had an overwhelming response. Maybe people just don't agree with the idea. But if you haven't seen the video, go back. It's basically, you're just nominating somebody to receive. I've been so grateful for all these packages that I've been receiving in the mail for no reason, just out of pure kindness, you know, and generosity. And I want to kind of pay that forward. So I want you to nominate somebody, and I'd like to keep it a secret, and I'd like them to receive a package in the mail. But again, I'm not going to go too much into that because you can go back and watch the video on that. So let me get set up here, and I'll get into this tin opening. All right, I'm back. Well, you missed the tin opening. I thought my phone was recording, and it wasn't. So you missed the pop. I've already loaded the pipe, and then I didn't realize until after that the phone wasn't recording. Anyway, McCraney's Red Ribbon, 2008 Red Virginias. And I'll read the tin description. Beautifully aged red Virginia like no other, brimming with rich, mellow flavor as only nature can provide. A special allotment of prime 2008 crop North Carolina leaf has been secured for our discriminating pipe smokers. The softest, most enjoyable straight red Virginia we've ever smoked. With a light vacuum seal, the tobacco will continue to mellow with age. So, you can see how nice and dark that is. As far as moisture content, it's got some spring to it, but I think it's perfectly smokable as is. I don't think it's going to need any dry time whatsoever. Tin note. It's got, it almost smells like fall leaves to me, with a little bit of what's reminiscent of the ketchup smell that you get from a McClellan's blend. I think I'm really going to enjoy this one. Let me get you turned around and we'll get this lit up. All right, here we go. I'm going to go with a match. Wow. Well, it definitely expanded on me here. Get that tamped down. Got the char light done. Very mellow, very light. Almost nothing on the retrohale. I do pick up those it's hard to even explain. I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting like fall leaves. Not in a bad way. Let's see what out on me already. There we go. A little bit of tingle on the retrohale. No bite whatsoever. Super mellow. Well, let me smoke this down a little bit and I'll get back to you. All right, so I'm about halfway through the bowl here. Early on, I was getting the really earthy flavors. Now that I'm about halfway through the bowl, it's actually sweetening up a little bit, but it still has a little bit of tartness to it. So it's almost like a sweet and sour. Still very enjoyable, very mellow, no tongue bite. I'm really gonna enjoy this one, I think. David, thank you very much. I was completely blown away. I'll turn you around here gently. Your ashtray has now taken up permanent residence on my workbench next to my tray from Todd Blessing. I think I've rambled on long enough. In the future, if I do a tin opening or a first impression or a tobacco review, that's all it'll be in the video. This is my first one here. Thank you everybody in the YTPC, especially thanks to Todd Blessing, Pat Pellet and Piper, Nelly NC Piper, Dan and Mike over at the Giant Slayer channel, Briar Blade, LaDon Mott, and David Rauscher over at Out Smoking Rauscher. I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm going to end it here because I've been rambling on long enough. I have no idea how long this video is going to be because I've been recording it in parts. So I hope everybody stays safe and stays healthy. We'll talk soon.